everybody.
Good morning.
Happy Friday. Oh. Share.
And happy Memorial Weekend. I keep forgetting it's a holiday this weekend, and then I see something and go, oh, okay. It's a holiday.
Yeah, it's like holidays? What's that?
Yeah.
We have no idea anymore. Good morning. Nobody's found us yet,
yeah,
but we are here.
Luann is here with us.
Oh, there you are in Pachetta. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, please share out.
Yeah, we still got the closed caption going on, but that's okay. If you can't hear us, you can see us.
That's right. And good morning, Prashetta. And how are you this morning? I hope things every day get maybe a little gentler with you. Let's see.
Okay.
That's the right shit.
It's Friday. Yes, Luann. It's certainly. Well, I asked you all to share, and then I didn't do it. Ivana Gertzman from Sammamish, Washington. Welcome.
Hi. Oh, you are up really, really early. I have some friends out in Washington, and they're not awake.
And guess what? We don't have to share it into the group.
Who did?
We're streaming in the group.
Oh, wonderful. That's new. Awesome.
Yeah, I just found out yesterday when I did the Broader Edge, I realized I could share it into the group as we were live. And I thought this morning, well, let me see if I can do it in the group.
Give it a shot.
So we are. Lovely. We're in there with you guys.
Yay. Very cool. So how's everybody doing this morning? Hi, Sally. Good morning. Wonderful show with Diana last night. And Sharon Boyle is here with us.
Good morning. And hi, Sally.
Yay. How are you feeling, Sharon? I noticed Kevin Morris had tonsillitis also. So I'm thinking it might be a UK thing right now.
It could be.
Robert Doza, good morning.
Oh, okay, Luann. It's in the group, in the information about all of those workshops and master classes. It's included in that post, but I will send you a private message with it. Thank you. And it's not next week. It's Sunday. It's in 2 days. I'm teaching a master class on... Oh, I'm sorry. That's the clairs. Yeah, this Sunday is the chakras. I'm sorry. I read it wrong. I've got eye problems this morning.
Yeah.
So this Sunday is all about chakras, and we've got a full group. We still have room for a few more if you all want to join, but it's going to be a great class.
And Marcia, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Hi, Robert.
Hi, Robert. And Marcia Gifford, good morning.
Good morning. Robert's tired already. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Hi, Tony.
Well, I guess you've had a full day, Robert, so we'll allow you to be tired. Just sit back and relax.
Okay.
Oh, I see that message from Prachetta. How sweet are you? Prachetta says...
No, I'm on the air.
Oh, I'm sorry.
we keep waiting for both of you to come live in India. It's 5 p.m. in the evening. We get so much peace and solace. Thanks so much. Oh, I love that. That is one of the effects of doing this show. When we can touch even one person's life, it's totally worth it. Mm-hmm. So thank you for that message this morning. Marcia's waving back.
Hi.
And there's Scarlett. Good morning,
Scarlett.
Darling. It's so good to see you on here.
And Carrie.
And Stu Hacker on Periscope asks, is that a lake behind you? Looks lovely. Do you want to share about the St. Johns River?
It's actually the St. Johns River in north central Florida. It comes in Jacksonville, and it goes past my house. I'm like halfway between Jacksonville and Orlando. So about 1.5 miles from Lake George. It goes through Lake George, actually, which is the second largest lake in the state of Florida. But this is actually the river behind us.
Stu, let us know where you're at. And I don't know if you're familiar with Florida or Central Florida, but that's where we are. And hi, Tony. I see you coming in there. And Diane and Carrie and Jackson McAvoy is back.
Hi, Jackson.
Good morning. And Deirdre.
And Hope, good morning.
Hi, Hope.
And Diana. And I'm sorry I missed a couple people, so I'm just catching up here.
Jackson's with us again. So good
Awesome.
to see you. You're a real regular with us now, and we love that. We love seeing the names as you come in this morning.
Okay. This is... I just love this in the morning, and I could just sit here with you guys all day long. You're welcome for the prayers, you hope. Yeah, I'll tell you, and I know I have a bunch to add in today. I've got quite a few people that I've been talking to. There seems to be a kind of a resurgence of things. And good morning, Sherry. We'll see you later. Made some sugar-free chocolate peanuts for later. Oh, yay.
Sherry, I get to see you today. I'm so excited.
She's going to be here for dinner and the new moon ceremony tonight.
Yes.
So I'm so excited. I'm so glad, Hope, that everything went well for you. And, and Starlet said, I saw that river rising. I took it as energy flow. That is awesome. Yeah. I love that analogy.
Yes, me too.
I really do. And Perchetta says her dear friend Pratima is watching us. I'm so glad.
Good morning.
And I hope that she's... Hi. Pratima, good morning, and I hope you're feeling at least a little bit better today. And we still hold you up in our prayers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And anybody have anything to report on your abracadabra, where you focused on something and you brought it to you? Because I tell you what, I was just delighted that I called in mine, which was a new client, and I have spent time with that person, and it's going to be an ongoing client, not just a one-time. So I'm very excited about that.
That's wonderful news.
I really, when I held that in my heart, it felt so good. I love having new people to work with because I get so much out of it. And I know that's a little greedy, it sounds like, but I really grow as I'm working with somebody that's searching and seeking answers and wanting to know things. And I have so many tools I can teach them. Yeah. And that's what I did last night, and just gave some wonderful tools that now he can take and use every day. So it was exciting for both of us. And at the end of it, and I don't think I've ever had a client do this before. At the end of it, he goes, I love you. And I'm going, wow, I called that to me, didn't I? For somebody to just, a stranger, just out of the blue, I love you. And I thought, how awesome is that? How good it feels just to hear those words. And I know we say them every morning and we share love with each other every morning, but it's like an expansion. It feels really good to expand. So if any of you have anything that you brought to you with that abracadabra, this is one of my favorites out of all of those experiments. I love it.
And good morning, Sherry Gatewood.
Hi,
it is
Sherry.
So nice to see you.
And Jean Lorio's on.
Hi, Jean.
Yeah, she says, I was on the Angelic River site and could not see the comments. Where are you all? We're at Enlightened World Network,
yes.
Jean. So pop on over here. Yeah, I was able to stream into our group this morning. And so I thought I'd see if anybody could find it there easier that maybe couldn't find it on Enlightened World.
And Sherry Seymour, she got hers. She found someone to do an inspection for her to get discount on her homeowner's insurance.
Awesome. Congratulations, honey. That is awesome.
And Luann, not to worry. She says, no magic for me yet, but openly anticipating. I am right there with you.
Yeah,
and so we just need to be...
Right. And sometimes there's a thought inside, a limiting belief that says, okay, I've only got 48 hours. I got to do this. That's the limiting belief. And that's what we're working on with all of these experiments, is letting go of all those limiting beliefs that says, I can't get this. Everybody else can get their signs. I can't get my sign. That's a limiting belief. So just keep opening. That's all. Just keep opening to it. Keep bringing in the energy of, I'll get my miracle. I deserve this just as much as anybody else.
Right.
I deserve to have what I want too. So yeah, just keep having that energy with you, and forget about the 48 hours. Time is a human thing anyway. There really is no time. Yeah. As we're going to learn when we go into the Akashic Records, that one's coming up the middle of June that I'll be teaching that. And I love these masterclass workshops that I'm doing. And I hope that you all are participating. I've seen a lot of your names that have signed up. Carol, I saw you sign up yesterday for Sundays. I'm so happy about that. And Sharon, well, I intended to see a pink hawk's moth, a dragonfly, or blue butterfly. I saw a damselfly, and on a post by Carol, I saw her blue butterfly. Yes. How awesome. And I'm not sure I know what a damselfly is. So can you explain that, Sharon? I want to learn something new today. That's the beauty also of talking with you all globally, all over the world. You all bring us new terms and new things that we haven't heard of. We've learned quite a few things.
A lot of stuff.
Especially from the UK.
Yeah. And Becky is with us this morning.
Hi, Becky.
And Tony says her abracadabra. I got the call from the specialist. 10 days, maybe I'll have answers and solutions. Awesome. That is
beautiful.
Great.
Robert Joseph says, I haven't done any abracadabra, but yesterday I received in the mail a wonderful gratitude letter that raised my vibes instantly.
Awesome.
What great manifestation that is.
Yeah.
Sally says, I guess I really did get my abracadabra. I am moving forward again and no longer feeling stuck. I love that.
And
beautiful.
I want to go back up a little ways. Sally says, I think that's what and she's responding to your thing about helping others, and it helps you. Yeah. I think that's what I love most about this life choice, to just be ourselves. Yeah. When we help others heal, we heal ourselves. And absolutely. I agree. I find that people who come to me actually probably have the same issue I'm dealing with at the time. And so it gives me an opportunity to look within, because we attract that which is within us in those places that are hiding. Or me, I learned something to teach because that's what I need to learn the most. So I become a teacher, and that's what I'll teach for a while. So
yeah, it's beautiful. Good morning. Excuse me. Good morning, Diane. She says, magic happened last night when angels helped me pull the technology together to do this show. Literally went down to the wire, and suddenly, poof, it worked. Beautiful. Yes. I'm so glad to hear that.
It was an amazing show, Diana. I really loved it. You and Sally have great chemistry together. Yeah. And I learned a lot. I really did learn a lot, and I was so really engaged by it all. Thank you for doing that show.
And we had a show yesterday called The Broader Edge, and do you want to tell them your response to that show?
It's a show, actually. There's a lot of shows out there, but I love this group. Teri's one of them, of these 4 ladies, and they were talking about, what's the term again?
Liminal space.
Liminal space. And I love the fact that they really, each of them have a very different background, but they're all coming from a very spiritual space. And it was absolutely powerful. And I was enthralled. And it's a show. They're on every other week, Thursdays at 5:00. So 2 weeks from yesterday, they'll be back on. And I loved the different perspectives. And I learned a lot from that one. Yesterday was a stellar day on Enlightened World Network. I'm here to tell you, it was some seriously good programming yesterday. And it got me to thinking and also appreciating these spaces that we have, like we're in right now, of being able to go within and to really be in that in-between phase where we've just suffered a loss of whatever type, and we're waiting for the new phase and it's that in-between space. And so if you didn't catch it, I would highly recommend you all get on the replay and watch it. There's some really good information in there.
There really is. And we created a Facebook group called The Broader Edge, where you can go in and let us know how you were affected by our conversation and kind of continue the conversation, because that is one, I know what it is. And I've always known this. I've always known there's like a space between thoughts, that space that I used to call it being in limbo, but there is actually that term for it that's called liminal space. And so that discussion that we had, it was so fresh and really appropriate for right now, for what's going on, because we talked not only about liminal space in our own lives, like when something happens and then you're in that state of limbo and you're like, I don't know what's going on here. And then also the global liminal space that we're all in with what happened with the isolation. So please watch it and go into our Facebook group, and just after you watch it, just let us know what you got from it. Yeah. And we're going to be talking about some deep subjects. This isn't a show that we just come on and say, oh, isn't it a great day? Which I love that. I love socializing. But this one, it stretches you. It really does stretch you to think about things. So I love it. And we got people jumping in.
Yeah, we do. Catherine, good morning. Good morning.
Hi, Catherine,
good morning.
Kovacs.
And Jackson is back. He keeps getting booted off.
And Stu had to leave us. He says, I need to go. Lovely to hear your positivity. Take care, folks. Awesome. I'm so glad that we can bring positivity to Periscope. I started on Periscope years ago, and it wasn't such a positive place. I don't know what the feel is, because I don't really go in there and look at all their shows. Mm-hmm. But I know that it's needed everywhere. So wherever we can bring it, we go to Facebook, we go to YouTube, Periscope, and it's just shedding it out into the world. We just send positive vibes out.
Yeah, and Sally says, I guess I really did get my abracadabra. I'm moving forward again and no longer feeling stuck. Honey, you are not stuck by any stretch of the imagination. And also, that's another last night's show with Diana and Sally. Please check it out again, too, if you didn't get to, because it's just, I'll tell you, yesterday was just a wonderful day of learning and expansion and raising our consciousness. I loved it. Do you see Sharon's there?
Well, I was going to go to Carrie Butcher. So much information coming in. It's almost overwhelming. But Carrie, I want to mention you, because yesterday you were sending us all of those signs you were getting, the repeating numbers and the same numbers that kept coming up over and over. And I so love 444. It's one of my favorite numbers to see, because it shows that we're on the right path, that the angels are guiding us. They're seeing what we're doing. And it's like a synchronicity number, that what we're doing is being seen, it's being heard. So thank you for sharing those beautiful numbers yesterday. And like I said, keep them coming, because the more I see them, the more that revs up my energy as well, to really know that the angels are seeing what we're doing, and they're helping and they're guiding us all along the way.
And Sharon says what she was talking about, it's a bit like a dragonfly, but smaller, with matching sized 4 wings. Mm-hmm. So 4 wings that match in size. So cool. I see. We just learned something new again.
Yeah, we did. And Catherine Kovacs, did anyone see the awesome Silent Lightning show that happened last night? It was beautiful. I did. I was sitting out here. I was talking with my client out here, and all of a sudden I saw a flash out of my periphery, and I'm going, what was that? Because I see a lot of spirits out here as well, so I wasn't sure what I was seeing, and I turned my head and I saw the whole sky was black, and there was just this beautiful lightning coming through, and it wasn't the kind that streaks. Right. It was just kind of a soft lightning. And I love that.
Yes, Catherine, please share it to the group.
Yeah, we would love that.
And Carol Allen saw, Sherry saw 1111 and 222, and Carol 44.
Carrie says it was like a song, melodic number, singing life's song.
Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful.
That is gorgeous. Yes, absolutely.
Carrie, I just love you and your energy, and thank you. You've been on with us a couple of mornings now. I love having you on here.
And she says Carrie says there's so much information coming in, it's almost overwhelming, and I just wanted to address that, because it really can be, Carrie. You're right. overwhelming in a good way, but overwhelming nonetheless. I mean, there are just some days there's so much happening that I just have to shut everything down, shut everything off, and then the next day go back and watch it, or even a week later, because there is so much information. And I love the fact that there are so many people out there really trying to lift everybody up, inform everybody, and to help through this. And now that we're emerging on the other side, to keep us moving forward and to handle that which is going on out there. But there's so much to choose from every single day.
Every day.
Yeah.
And we keep growing. That's the thing with Enlightened World Network.
Yeah.
It's like people, and now John Fiore is going to have a regular show on Enlightened World Network. So look out, y'all, because he is a live wire. So he's going to be a lot of fun to have on there, and very informative. That man is so deep. He knows so much. So I can't wait to see his shows on there. And, people approach every day. And so it's a matter of being discerning and saying, okay, what do we want to put out there? And what type of energy are we putting through on our network? So I'm excited about what all is going to come on.
Yeah, and this is interesting because Carol was seeing 1122, not sure of its meaning. We were talking to Carrie about this yesterday, and here's people say, what do these particular numbers mean? What I do when I see consistent numbers, I go several ways. I have a book. It's Doreen Virtue's Angel Numbers, but hers only they're not 4 numbers, just 3. And I like her book. I really do. And then I go online. I go to Google, and I'll put the spiritual meaning of whatever that number is, and several sites will come up. And I never can remember the name of it, but it's really one of my favorites as well.
Joanne's Sacred Scribes. And can we say bye to Carrie?
Hi,
Carrie.
Carrie.
Love you, honey.
See you later, honey. But go to the ones that resonate, check them all out. And I guarantee you they'll all resonate because they're all very, very similar. And just go on Google, and that is the quickest way to find. And your intuition will tell you if that fits for you, because it could have a special meaning for you as well, or some variation of that.
Yeah, and Sally says, I like Joanne's Sacred Scribe. That's the one that I usually go to if I'm not sure about a number. I pretty much have looked them up so much now because I keep seeing them that I know automatically what that number means. But that's a great reference site for the repeating numbers.
I know, Sharon, it's tough. I'm with you. I mean, between the shows we do and the house and the cooking and the laundry and the garden and everything, which is awesome because I'm busy and I'm that you don't, I'm not always, I do try to carry the little phone around with me with headsets and listen. Like last night with Diana and Sally, I had the phone out in the yard with me while I planted flowers. So I kind of multitask, but yeah, it's tough to keep up with it all. And Sharon says Joanne's is her favorite too.
Robert says, when I see that, I usually total that. They were talking about the 1010s, the 1212s, and all those odd numbers. He says it would be 33 in this case, which is very powerful. And that is.
Yes.
That is an awesome, powerful number. So thank you, Robert Dosa, for that information.
That is awesome.
And Marcia says, when I see double, triple numbers, I feel it's confirmation that all is well. Yeah. They're a portal of information. And that's what I asked the angels one day, like, why do I keep seeing 1111 all the time? It just constantly is in front of my face. And what they share with me was just pause when you see that. And this is for all of you. Just when you see that, especially 1111, 111s, 333s, just pause and say, what message do I need to know? What's coming through right now for me that my attention is being drawn to these powerful numbers? Because numbers are sacred geometry. So when you stop and you think about, oh wow, I've just been given a code in sacred geometry. What's the message? And just stop and listen for that.
Oh, yeah. Carrie goes, 22 viewers, laugh out loud. Okay, really going now. Okay.
Absolutely.
And yes, I have. Sally says, has anyone done this for their addresses? Our last home addresses was bringing me into my gifts, and our current address is bringing me to my highest powers. I live in the 7, 160, and my life path is a 7. My soul urge is a 7. I have all kinds of 7s in my numerology. And so this property resonates with the vibration of the house number, resonates with the vibration of my numbers, my life path. So it's very comfortable for me here.
Well, for the past 5 years now, I have lived in apartment 33.
Yeah,
and I have 4 3s in my zip code. So when I write out my address, I'm writing all of those 3s, and I love that energy. It's powerful energy there. And that's one thing I'm having to look at this year, is if I'm going to stay there beyond my lease end date of this year. So keep me lifted up for that. And Marcia, my house number is 111. Oh my gosh,
awesome.
I love that too.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I wanted to go back to Sharon, and she says she's been frustrated the past few days as she's been ill and eager to get on with things. I don't have a lot of energy today, but I must be patient with myself. Absolutely. And yes. I bring this up because I think every single one of us need to really practice a high amount of self-care and self-love. And it's kind of like the horse coming out of the gate. We've been in the gate for a couple of months now, and we need to kind of remember that being kind of out of control before is what got us to where we are now. So that maybe what we've learned from this is to be patient with ourselves. Like Sharon was saying, being patient with herself, and to really put ourselves first and take good care of ourselves.
Absolutely.
Because all that stuff is still going to be there, and we will get it all done. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's a really good point. Thank you for bringing that up, Sharon.
Thank you. And yeah, patience is called for. And good morning, Wendy Willis. She says, good advice. And Marcia agrees. She says, that's what I do. I pause and know I am given a message from the universe when she sees the repeating numbers.
Yeah.
And they told me that about 4 or 5 years ago, that's what that was all about. They were communicating with us.
Right.
It's a communication from the heavens.
And good morning, Barbara. Good morning.
And Lenora.
And to Steve.
I'm sorry. Lenora Alberts Picati. It's Africa Day in South Africa. Our nation and universe need praying blessings. And I'm not sure what this means. We paid for 5 days for a change, but we'll definitely keep all of Africa lifted up.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And you,
yes.
Lenora, thank you for being with us this morning.
And good morning, Julie. Good morning up in New York. Yeah. And, oh my gosh, Deirdre is on day 67 of lockdown. Wow. Yeah, 'cause she's up on Staten Island, and
okay.
She's not getting, the relief that, because they're in such a hot zone up there.
Mm-hmm. I hear you, honey. Diane says, my house number is 818, and the angel number 818 may be telling you that you are nearing the end of a significant and important phase of your life. I love that. If there is some part of your life that is not flowing as you'd like, know that it will soon be healed and or replaced with better, more suited situations and circumstances. The angel number 818 suggests that you think only thoughts of abundance and prosperity. Your thoughts are manifesting very quickly at the moment, and you want them to be positive rather than negative.
Awesome.
Yeah, and that's another thing. When you're trying to manifest, if those other thoughts keep popping up, like I'm not worthy of this, somebody else needs it more than I do, any of those low vibration thoughts, you're going to manifest that big time. And I was talking about this with another friend. There's a mantra. It's the Mul mantra, also known as Ek Onkar. And that mantra comes with a warning. It's like if you're going to chant this mantra or you're going to even listen to it, make sure that you're in that state of mind of being positive and knowing what you want and not the low vibration stuff, because it's so powerful and it works so immediately that you'll keep manifesting whatever you're thinking at that time. So it's very important. It's a message for us all to keep our thoughts going in that positive direction, and acknowledge those ego thoughts, those bubbles that keep popping up and saying, you're not worthy of that. Just say thank you. Just say thank you. That's what I do. I'm like, okay, thank you for that thought, but I am worthy. And go back to what you know inside. I am worthy. And it takes time to change when you're already used to criticizing yourself and judging yourself. Just be gentle, because it does take time.
Sharon says, patience was never my virtue, but the past few years I have been working hard on that. Endurance and perseverance too. Whew. We are really having to learn new strategies and new ways of moving through this world. Again, it's because the old stuff kind of got us right where we're at. And for those of us, and I'm the same way, Sharon, I'm kind of what they might term an A-type personality. I pretty much hit the ground running in the morning, and I love that. But I'm learning to take time out for myself, to go out and to ground, to lay in the sun, to meditate, to go within, because I found that I really had been getting burnt out the last couple of years. And so now this has been a recalibration for me as well, but it's not easy. It really isn't. I wish I could say it was, but it's not.
Your friend Barbara is here.
I know. I said good morning.
Good morning, Barbara. And Jean Walensky just came in and said good morning.
And do you see Jean Lorio's comment there? Would you like to?
She says, I'm so glad you said that about your addresses. I always wondered why I always have a 7 and a 3 in my addresses in different orders. But all my adult life, they have been there. I've lived in 3 states and 5 different addresses.
Isn't that amazing?
It is. And your home has an energy. There's a number, and Michelle Landers teaches that. There's a number associated with the home that you're in.
Right.
And the home that you were born into as well, that address. So there's a lot with numerology. I absolutely am enthralled with all that comes out with numerology.
Absolutely. And good morning, Wendy Willis. And she says we have to put ourselves first in order to help others later. Absolutely. Yeah. And we're just not, we haven't up to now. We've been taught that, especially women, we have to give, and give. We have to be selfless. We have to take care of everyone else first and put ourselves last. And that being self-loving is selfish, and to put ourselves first. And I love the analogy of the oxygen mask that drops down, and you have to put it on yourself first before you put it on the person next to you. This is the same thing. We need to break those belief systems that just don't work.
Yeah,
period.
Absolutely.
And you see Robert?
I love Robert's comment. Just a thought that crossed my mind. Why are they called addresses? Is it because we need to address the total number of the address?
Ooh,
I think so. And I love that, Robert. That's a great conversation starter if you're in a group somewhere. I love that. Today we're going to begin the next exercise of E squared. Are y'all ready to start a new one? And remember that energy that you put out for abracadabra and for the dude abides, that's still out there. So just let it go and see there's things that'll start popping up once you let that energy go. But today we're doing the Dear Abby principle. And I know some of you have gotten the book, some of you have the book. This one is called the Dear Abby principle. And it's asking for guidance. And you're asking it in a way that you're going to get a yes or no answer from the universe, from God, whatever you believe in is that higher power. So this one asks you to put out something out there that you really need some guidance on. You really need the universe to say, yep, that's the right thing. That's the right way. You're on the right track, whatever it may be. But something that's like there in the back of your mind that maybe you're not sure if you're on the right path for it. So just think about what it is and know that the universe is always guiding us and always giving us signs and always speaking to us. So the theory is that your connection to the field of unlimited possibilities provides accurate and unlimited guidance. The question is it really possible to get ongoing, immediate guidance? So that's a part of this, to believe that we do. So if you don't believe that the universe is guiding us, then you probably won't get your yes or no. But if you can go into that faith and trust that God is always there, He's always sending us this loving guidance, or the angels, our spirit guides, whoever we're connected in with, then you're probably going to get your answer to your question. So the hypothesis is, if I ask for guidance, I will get a clear answer to the following yes or no question. And then you write out your question, or you speak your question, ever how you want to do that. And again, let's do it over the weekend. We'll take the whole weekend for the Dear Abby. And the approach to it is, all right, here goes. Okay, inner guidance, I need to know the answer to this question. You've got 48 hours. Make it snappy. I love Pam Grout. I love her sense of humor. So what we're doing is just asking. We're just asking, okay, I've got something on my mind. I've got this wavering thought. Do I do this? Do I do that? Do I do it that way or that way? Or am I supposed to do this? And then just see what happens. And usually it comes through right away. For me, it does. Yeah. When I go inside and I ask, and was it Greg Braden that says your heart will never lie to you?
Yes.
Your heart will never lie to you. So when you go inside for that guidance, you'll probably get that answer right away. But we've got 48 hours. And if you want to do more than one and ask a lot of yes or no type questions, go for it. And let's see what happens. Gene Walensky, I missed what you said. Ninja Assassin Kittens. Oh, I got it. And I will be posting that exercise in the group in Angelic River Family so we can all see it in writing. But you're just going to put out a question to the universe. And yes, Wendy Willis, it's okay to be direct and expect an immediate answer. Or if you don't get the immediate answer, then just put it out there and say, okay, let me know, and you'll get your answer. And Wendy's back.
And she's here.
Hi,
I
Wendy.
thought she was out playing with her husband.
Yeah, me
so
too.
I was just getting ready to type in Linda Matthews and Elvis, who passed from cancer. So her dog.
Wendy,
Elvis.
you were missed. See, everybody missed you, and we're all saying hi and welcoming you in. Awesome. Yeah. Okay, so I know I missed some comments while I was explaining the E squared of the day. And
okay, did you read Wendy Willis's that is it okay to be direct?
All right, okay. Sally, you're jumping up and down. I'm not sure why, but I'm glad you are. We love excitement here.
And we're getting close to being prayer request time as well.
Yeah. It's about that time to start typing in your comments. I want to see if there are any. Yeah, that number 22 just keeps coming up on our screen, doesn't it, for the number of viewers. We actually have 23 total, but we're 22 at Enlightened World Network.
Good morning, Billy. Your sister Billy is here. How are you this morning?
Okay, so Wendy's going back out again.
Okay. Have fun.
Oh, you're jumping up and down for Dear Abby. Yes, I love this principle. I really love just getting an answer, a definite answer about something. And that's what I'm going to do. I don't know what it is yet, but I know there's a few things on my plate, and I need some definite answers about them. Billy, my sister. Billy, I want you on the show Tuesday night. Every Tuesday night, Robert Painley, our beautiful favorite medium, is doing a new show. And he's talking about ghost stories in different places. Last week, Ruth was on with him, and they talked about hotel ghost stories. Well, this week, the Langford family is coming on, and myself, my baby sister Sheila, and hopefully my sister Billy, let's all just give her a nudge to come on. Just tell her how much you want to see her beautiful face, and you want to hear what she experienced in our childhood home growing up, because we had a very interesting household. And we're going to come on and talk about the ghosts that roamed in our house and all the wonderful paranormal experiences. And I can say that now. Actually, I wasn't in any fear as it was happening as a child, but there were people in the family that were afraid of what was going on. But Billy, I know you weren't afraid. You said it was scary, but I know that you understand now what spirit's all about. I am camera shy. Well, get over it, sis. Yeah, so you all let her know. Just tell Billy you want to see her on Tuesday night on Robert's show. And let's give some pressure to my sister.
Okay. Carol says, thank you for the prayers for Matt M. He has completed detox. Please continue to pray for him on this journey. Absolutely, Carol. It's actually, once you get out of rehab is when the real issues start to happen as you integrate back into society and move forward. So absolutely, we'll keep Matt in our prayers for sure.
Yes, and thank you for putting him in there.
And I have a few I'd like to bring up. Mimi George, who lives at the Oracle Institute in Virginia. She just had some tumors removed, kidney cancer, and they're waiting to see if they got it all. And they had a big flood. Their river went way over the banks there, and their shed that was a good ways away from the river, it was completely taken off its foundation and moved down the river onto their property somewhere else, and it's hung up in the trees. And then Darcy Martin, who's a good friend of mine, she lives there at the Oracle Institute as well. So they're going through a lot of trauma right there, right now. So please lift them all up in your prayers and everyone that lives there. It's, they really need it.
And Tony says, pray for me to have courage. I'm scared to have a procedure in these times. I will give it to the Creator and the angels. And yeah, I thought about that the other day, Tony, when I heard that my brother is going to be undergoing surgery on June 4th. And he wants the relief from the pain, but he also has that thought, this is not a great time to be going through something, but just we're lifting you up, honey, and just do all that protection. You know how to protect your energy, and let's do that.
And also Linda Matthews and her canine companion Elvis, who just passed due to cancer. And those of you who have lost a pet know just how difficult that is. Yeah. And I apologize, I didn't hear. I was typing. Did you read Sally's?
Sally says, praying for the gastrointestinal doctors to give us answers. Yeah, and for Tony with her upcoming procedure. And Wendy Willis says, thank you for your prayers earlier this week. My 2-year-old nephew, Sawyer, seems to be doing well with cancer, and hopeful prognosis has been given to the family. Please keep him in your prayers from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you to everyone. Wendy, we certainly will.
Absolutely.
And thank you for letting us know that there's progress there in a positive direction.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And you read Tony's. I'm sorry, I was typing, so I just wanted to make sure that.
Yeah, and let's. I'm going to add in the ones that I always ask for, but also putting in my brother. And I'm trying to get him to come on with us. He's got technical difficulties, so he may not be there, but he might call in on Tuesday night because I think he has more stories than any of us about that childhood home, except for my baby sister Sheila. She could sit all day and tell us stories of things that happened to her. So please keep Gary lifted up for what's going on. He's in a lot of pain. So if we can ask, just lift that energy up for him.
And Luann says she keeps wanting to sing that song by John Prine called Dear Abby. I believe he passed away a couple months ago. Yes, as a matter of fact, he did pass away. He passed away from the virus. He was one of the celebrities that got the virus and did not survive it.
Yeah. And I don't have a name on this person. It just says Facebook user. I have 3 GI procedures in the next 6 weeks. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we will keep you lifted up.
And also, Jackson says, thinking of all of the men and women that are out at work for weeks at a time away from their families, especially at this time. And it's FIFO, F-I-F-O, and I'm not familiar with that term or if it's a typo.
First in, first out, maybe
first
the responders.
In, first out. Okay, thank you.
Oh, it's
Thank
Rosa.
You.
Hi, Rosa. That's you asking for those prayers for the GI procedures. Yeah, definitely, honey. Okay. And Rosa, I'm meeting with you this morning, so don't forget me.
And good morning to Mary Crincoli. She just joined us. And also, Jean Walensky. Electra is a fjord mare who just foaled and is having a very hard time. She is now in Minnesota University Equine Center, and it does not look great. Absolutely, yeah. Jean. Yeah.
Yeah, Rosa says, give him some malachite, the ultimate pain crystal. I'm not with him, Rosa. He is up in Kentucky, and I'm down here in Florida.
Yeah. And Prachetta asks, kindly continue to pray for my beautiful mom and my maternal uncle for them to be happy and be at peace. They both just recently passed.
Oh my gosh, my sister's cat Mabel has been missing for 5 days now. Oh, Billy, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that makes me sad too. I love Mabel. Mabel looks like somebody stood back and just threw all these different colors of paint all over her.
Oh my gosh.
She's the most beautiful, unique cat that I've ever seen, and I'm so sorry she's been missing.
And Jackson says, sorry, FIFO is fly in, fly out. They work away for weeks, can be 4 weeks away and 1 week at home. Thank you. I've never heard that term.
Yeah.
Mine workers usually. Okay.
And Catherine's asking for their move again. She'll be totally moved in by Tuesday.
And Wendy Willis says the Canadian military are helping seniors in old age homes here in Canada, as many of the seniors are dying from COVID. So absolutely, the whole blanket on that one.
Right. And I don't know if you did Prachetta's.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah. And we will be totally moved in by Tuesday. Awesome, Catherine. That's great. And Julie, of course, Billy says prayers for everyone. Absolutely.
And Billy, I don't know if you saw all those nudges, but people want to see you on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. I think she'll come. Let's all set the intention that my sister Billy will be on the show Tuesday night.
And Julie says prayers for all in need. Thank you. Absolutely, honey.
Yeah, and Rosa says, please send to the elderly. They are so scared and isolated.
Yep.
Absolutely. And remembering Ruth Anderson's mother, and also Deb Goldberg's mom is in a facility where they've been in lockdown. I don't know if they've opened that up to any visitors yet. But I know they were very strict even when this first started. Deb was down, and I came over to see her at her mom's, and they took my temperature. Even then, that was back in, was that March?
Yeah, February. No, that was in February, I think it was, when they came. You did
Yeah, this was
January, then February, and because they weren't here in March. You came here in March, so it was February. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so even back then, they were very cautious, so I don't know if they've opened up for people to come in or not.
And Tony says, thank you all. I will send back the love, guaranteed. Absolutely. You're so
Okay.
sweet,
And Rosa
Tony.
says no visitors at all until further
Yeah.
notice. And yes, it was February when Deb was here.
And Rick says his cat Gravy has returned after 6 weeks.
There you go, Billy. Don't give up.
Don't give up, man. That's so cool.
Mabel's hiding out somewhere. She's just wanting to make you worry.
Yeah.
I think, Billy, I think she doesn't like that new puppy. Maybe that's why she's been away.
Yeah.
Her, Billy's granddaughter has a new puppy. I saw that picture.
And Marcia says, prayers for all those in fear at this time. My heart breaks for those in fear. You know, there is a lot of fear out there. And way early in the show, and I didn't get a chance to address it, Sharon asked me how my shopping for supplies the other day went. And it was a real mixed bag, I have to tell you. And I came home, I had to take a shower immediately because there was so much energy on me. Mm-hmm. And there was some real crazy out there. I mean, we're talking, I was afraid for my life, kind of real crazy, an experience that happened. And then the flip side of that was, you know, it's like I had a huge cart at Sam's Club. And so there was a person with 2 items. And I said, go in front of me. Well, they were so appreciative, you know, and so this happened at a couple different stores because I wasn't in any hurry to get back. I'd been in for 2 months. I was kind of enjoying being out. And so there was this great love and compassion and kindness. And then there was this fear that you could see underneath the mask in people's eyes. There was some anger, a lot of anger, and a lot of crazy. So it's really, thank you for bringing that up. Really, I want to put in prayers for the emotional aftermath of this event, to lift it up and to heal it, because there's just, wow, lots.
Yeah, there is. Okay, so we're into the prayer time.
Okay.
And I did add in Jeryl Ann's foot.
Oh,
and
thank you.
My eye,
eye.
I had a very difficult time last night trying to sleep because I was in a lot of pain, and it's very swollen and painful. So if you would, please keep me in your prayers today. All right, so let's take a moment and start to center and just really go deep in your heart today. Let's bring all of our scattered fragments right inside, pulling in all of those places that we just went with our thoughts, with our socializing, things that our brain was trying to process. Let's leave the brain away right now. Let's just let it continue to do its thing and say thank you. But we want to go into our spiritual selves at this point. So bringing a deep breath deep into your lungs, filling those lungs up totally, just allowing that energy to relax you as you breathe out, letting go of any stress, anything that has come up that's touched a memory imprint inside of you, maybe where it was like, oh, I remember that pain, or I remember that sadness. Let's just go into that place where something came up. Breathe it in again. And then breathe out and relax. And we're going to go to those places inside. So as you breathe in that next breath, just do that scan. Just see if there's any place inside that feels a little heavy, that maybe is still swirling around and saying, I have this. I am experiencing something and it's painful or it's hurtful. Let's go to that place. Let's go to places of anger, places of fear. Let's go into all that fear that's swirling around inside. And let's just give it love and say it's okay. Just like you would talk to a child, you're going to talk to that place inside of you. You're going to say it's okay to be there. I thank you. You're part of my experience. You're part of what makes me me. So breathe in again, right into that place. Maybe it's a little heavy in your heart right now. Maybe there's some sadness still that's really prevalent in your heart. breathe into it and say thank you. Thank you for being there. I honor you. You are part of me, and you're part of this emotional condition that I go into as a human being when I experience things that bring me to that place of sadness. Just say thank you. Allow it. Accept it as part of who you are. And there's no need to try to push it away. You're just going to love it. You're going to love it, and you're going to allow it. And if it wants to start releasing as you send in that love, then let it release. Whatever that looks like. It may be tears, it may be laughter. Whatever happens as that sadness starts to just dissolve away, as you bring in the love, then that's exactly what's supposed to happen. Nobody's the same. We're all different, and we all handle grief in different ways. So pulling in the love into the sadness, shining a light on it and saying, it's okay to be there. Just like you were talking to a little child, it's okay to be there. Welcome and thank you. Thank you for being in my life. And then as you scan other parts of your body, see if there's any place that's maybe a little uncomfortable even. There may be some churning going on with anxiety. I feel that. Let's go to that anxiety and that fear, and let's talk to that and give it that calming love energy that says, thank you. Thank you for alerting me. Thank you for alerting my mind so I can be more cautious as I go about my day and go about reintegrating into society again and being around people I wasn't around before and places that I wasn't in before. Maybe driving out in traffic is creating some of that anxiety. What are people going to do? How are they going to act? All of these things that are popping up. Just say thank you to that anxiety. Thank you to that fear that sometimes comes in and creates a tightness inside. Let's relax that tightness right now. Let's know that you are protected by the angels and by Creator. So going into that fear, going into the anxiety, that questioning of the unknown, and always keep in mind that all we have is this now moment. If you can stay in the now and breathe energy into whatever is going on, you'll feel that release. You won't be worried about what might happen because we don't know. We don't have any answers about what's going to happen once we all come out of this meditation and we move forward in our day. There's no answers. There's only this now moment. And we have control over our choices. So you can say into that sadness, you can say into that fear, I choose to believe that I am safe. I choose to believe that I have everything I need to protect me, that I have everything I need to survive. I choose love. I choose to have love as that overwhelming emotion inside of me, where anything that's unlike love cannot live in that same place. It's going to be replaced by that energy of love. And love is what heals. So if there's a place inside of you that's feeling pain and discomfort, or feeling that there's something that's not right, love comes in and love makes it right. So feel into the love right now. Breathe it in. Breathe in love. And let it replace any of those other emotions that are there. Give gratitude for those emotions and say, I love you. I love you. I thank you for being part of my journey. But I choose love. And when you feel that love come in, maybe it is overwhelming. Maybe you haven't allowed yourself to really feel that full energy of love before. Maybe there's been a barrier that says, I'm not worthy of love. Let's deal with that. Let's go into the solar plexus and say to yourself, I am worthy. I am worthy to receive love just as much as anybody else. There's no comparison. There's no competition. No one deserves it more or less. You deserve it just as much as everyone else. And that's clearing right now. I feel some clearing happening. If you feel something going on in your throat, that's a clearing. So there's a lot of throat energy going on as you're receiving that love and receiving the worthiness of having that love. Feel that. Feel into your own worthiness and accept the love. Accept the healing that comes with that love. And then give gratitude. Always give gratitude. That's the same vibration as love. The highest vibration there is. And when you're vibrating on that higher level, you'll find your energy keeps gravitating there and not dropping back down into the pain and the discomfort and the sadness. It'll keep you lifted up in joy. So now one more deep breath in, again with gratitude, with love, with the knowingness and the trust that we are seen, heard, and acknowledged by the Creator of everything that is. I call it God. Call it whatever you want. It doesn't matter what the label is. It's that energy. The energy of pure, unconditional love that wants only the best for each of us. We're here to have experiences, but through those experiences we learn and we grow and we come to realize that love really is all there is. All these other things, they're there for a reason and a purpose, but that's not the reason for us being. The reason is to find our way home to love. And through those experiences, we do that. We learn and we see more of what this human experience is all about. And then we can love those experiences. So always come home to love. Come back to that place inside where there's only love in there. And that's where we're going right now, deep, deep inside. So breathe it in. Go to that place where your soul knows that it's all about love. There is only love. And let's ask Archangel Raphael to touch us in that place, deep in our hearts, and to keep that in our remembrance all day long as we go about our day. That only love is real. And I choose that. I choose love. That's your superpower, to be able to make that decision. I choose love. Nothing else matters, just the love. And let's shine that love now over all these prayer requests. Anybody that has trusted us enough that says, here, please take this request. Please lift this person up. Please lift myself up. All of those requests now, we're all gathering around them. And we're lifting them up as one unified force. We lift them up to the universe, up to where God is, and asking God to look at them, to bless them, to answer each request individually for the best and highest good of that particular request, to see us all. Let us see that we're being seen. Shine that white light of love over each of us. Let's breathe in and pause as you feel the energy of that love coming into you. You might see the light. You might feel energy move. But we're going to take a pause together right now. So take a deep breath in together. How beautiful. I felt that blanket of love just come over all of us. What a beautiful feeling to know that we are seen by the Creator, that we are a spark, we are a fragment of source energy. It runs through us. It is us. Go into that divine place inside of you and sit there. Just sit immersed in that energy today. No matter what you're doing, your human body may be moving about, doing things, taking care of business, helping others, creating. Stay in that divine force all day long. Let that guide you. Ask your questions. Get the clarity on things that are in your life. And then give gratitude. Give the gratitude always. So as we come back now to where we are, coming back to this group, surrounding ourselves with this beautiful energy of love that's in each of us, we're going to just start sharing with each other some of that love. We're going to pull that out of our heart right now and start giving it away. We're going to give it to the person on our left as we turn to that person that we envision standing right there beside of us. And we're going to say, I love you. And as it goes around the circle, it'll come back into your heart and it'll be expanded and grow and have a new flavor to it because it's all of our merged energy together. So let's start with giving it to one person. Just turn to your left and say, I love you.
I love you.
And then bring it back around. Bring it in. Breathe it in. Pull it into your heart. Pull it in there. And an eagle just landed outside. What a great sign from the universe that we are seen. We are seen. And let's share it with the whole group. I got chills. With the whole group, we're going to say thank you. I love you. And we do this together on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. What a great, great group you are this morning. Thank you for all of that. And thank you for lifting me and Jeryl Ann and everybody that's gathered here. Oh, stay in that energy. Stay in that energy of love. Even if you're out and about and you feel some really heavy energy out there, because there will be, let's be realistic. But you don't have to go into that spin. Stay in your power. Stay in your love. Keep it in your heart all day.
Yep. It's going to be a great day today.
Deirdre, thank you, honey. Thank you. I love you all so much. Awesome. Okay. All right. Well, we got things to do, and so please join at 9:00 Mira Rubin on Enlightened World. At 9:30 will be Diane playing in the playground. Yeah. At 1:00 today, I will be coming on giving angel messages, and I have the beautiful person that's with me, Lily Ortega, translating that into Spanish. If you know of anybody that doesn't understand English that well or doesn't understand it at all, this is what we're offering now as a service to people that need to hear the messages from the angels but just can't get it because we're speaking a different language. At 1:00 today, share that out, that we are bringing now this to a whole different collective, a whole different culture. Thank you all for being here. I love you so much.
May I just add, it's a new moon, so please set your intentions for what you want to create moving forward. So take advantage of that new moon energy tonight.
Yes. So, thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love.
Thank you so much,
love
everyone.
You so much. Oh, Rosa, I will, honey. I'll tag you when I go live today at 1:00 because I know you work right there in Miami with a lot of the Hispanic culture. So thank you for that. We're off of here. Oh, where's our Deirdre? Namaste, y'all. There she is, right on time. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.